Hey guys, this is Ken Ross here, and I am one of the two leaders of the Business and Civics Committee of the South Dade Chamber of Commerce, where our goal is to bridge the civics community with the business community. And today we have a business that's been around since 1973, the Youth Co-op. It's actually a nonprofit organization, and I'm very excited to introduce them to you today. We actually have a whole team of people here. So we have Paulina, right? We have Raul, and we have Jeannine. So welcome to the South Dade Shoutout. I'm really excited to get a chance to meet all of you today. So Jenny, or Paulina, why don't you start us off by telling us a little bit of your background and how you got to the Youth Co-op?
Ken, thank you so much. We're so happy to be here. And first of all, I wanted to say thank you so much for the South Dade Chamber of Commerce for the great partnership, the opportunities they gave us, and also the good job that they're doing in the community. My name is Paulina Velez. I coordinate the youth program services and youth co-op. My background, I'm from Latin America. I'm from Ecuador originally.
Okay, awesome.
But I have been the pleasure that have been working with this organization for 21 years.
21
and has been a wonderful experience. But I feel like this is the first day of my job because every day we learn something new. We have new programs, we have new challenges, new stories to share. So I have been very fortunate to be with this organization for 21 years. My background is psychology, human resources, and I love to do volunteer jobs also in the community.
Awesome. Well, given your focus on youth as well as adults too, I actually was a youth mentor for 16 years. So I really appreciate you saying that because it does seem like every day is a different day. It's not like it's brand new or it's the same old same old. It's brand new every day because you have so many different challenges and you have different needs that youth need. So anyway, why don't we go to Raul? Raul, tell us a little of your background.
Well, my name is Raul Fuentes. I want to thank you for the opportunity, Ken. I have a military background. I'm a veteran of the United States Army.
Awesome.
And due to that, I'm a firm believer that that's why I'm in this type of social work. Teamwork, assistance, all those things have led me here, I believe.
Awesome.
I'm about to complete my first year with Co-op, but I've been in this type of work for almost 10 years now.
Awesome.
So I was born in Peru, but I lived most of my life here in Miami. I've lived in many places, but military, right? But this is my home. Miami is my home, and assisting is just what I do.
Awesome. Well, we're getting the checklist of Central and South America off the list here with the background. That's really cool. I really appreciate your service, and thank you for that. Jenny, why don't you tell us a little of your background too?
Hi, good morning. Thank you again to the South Dade Chamber of Commerce for this opportunity. Yes, I was born in Nicaragua, but I've been here in the United States many years ago. I am psychologist, like Paulina, and also I am coach. I've been working for Co-op the last 4 years as youth counselor. Really, it's an amazing job that we can do for the community, for the youth, and for that reason we are here.
Awesome. So it looks like we have 25 years of experience here at Youth Co-op, but even more when you talk about like your focus on youth and what it is that you're trying to do. So why don't you give us a little background? I know you said you have locations everywhere. I happen to see that you're based out of the Keys, and my kids go to school in the Keys. So I've probably driven by your location a number of times, but give us an overview of what Youth Co-op is.
Thank you, Ken. Yeah, to give you an overview of the agency, it was born in 1973, many moons ago, but it's very beautiful, the story, because it started with some people in the community who wanted to do some good job, helping the youth in the community. And that's how it started. And now we help over 150,000 constituents in the community. So after so many years, our community not only serves the youth, but also we serve families, the parents. We have a large programs for workforce services and also for comprehensive refugee services. And the organization is a great opportunity to partner with other organizations, because in the community we need to work together.
Absolutely.
The mission of our organization is to promote the well-being from their youth and their families, but through three specific components, which is the education, employment, and empowerment.
Yes, I love that. When you said empowerment, I'm like, you could all be empowerment directors or something, because empowering people to learn, the empowerment actually leads to the other two things. And that's what I meant. That's what I got when I saw that. I was like, if we can empower people, we could be unstoppable. some sense. So, do the services range depending on location, or are you trying to do a range of services everywhere? Or how does that work?
Can Youth Co-op has offices across Miami-Dade County, and also we do have offices in Broward, Palm Beach, and some offices in Monroe County as well, like you were mentioning before. So
Yes.
we do provide services not only in Miami, but other locations as well.
Right, and you offer the full range of mentorship and all those things at all the locations. Or
We
just-
have different programs in different locations depending on the contracts and the funding sources that we have. We have workforce services in Monroe and Miami-Dade County. We have refugee services, not only in Miami, but also we have in Broward and Palm Beach. So
Okay.
depending on the locations that we are stationed and depending on the programs we're funded for, we have different components. But the three of them are towards the same goal, which is education, employment, and empowerment in helping the community.
Awesome, and I really like that because it's more tailored to the areas. Because obviously the needs in Broward may be different than the needs in Miami-Dade or in Monroe. You're one of the few businesses that I've ever, or organizations, I guess, that I've ever met that actually try to touch all of the lower half of Florida here. So that's really cool. Maybe you can move to Tampa next. I don't know. Who knows? But I figured I would mention that. I've not met too many organizations that look to empower people all over, not just South Dade, but all over the Miami area. That's cool.
Yes, thank you, Ken. And also we have a charter school. We have a charter school here in Miami. So we have different services for the community to offer because of the nature of nonprofit. We're always trying to improve our services, looking for different opportunities to assist the community that we serve in the different locations.
Awesome. And can you give me a little details? Then where's the school located? What's it called? Is it called Youth Co-op School?
It is called
Okay.
Youth Co-op Charter School, and we are
Okay.
located in Hialeah in Miami.
Oh,
And
awesome.
it's from K to 12th grade, and we have even alumni that they come to us and they say, I have an alumni from Youth Co-op, and they come and become mentors and they help us out
Awesome.
in different services. So it's beautiful. Since the organization has been many years in the community, we encounter professionals, we encounter success stories in the road that they keep the services from Youth Co-op in their hearts. And that's very rewarding because it motivates us in seeing those success stories after so many years of service.
Yes. Well, it's great to see people that were empowered by Youth Co-op and be inspired by that, for sure. I like to use that word, so I'm going to keep going back to it. Anyway, Raul, why don't we talk a little bit about mentoring? You know, I know you're the mentorship director. Or
I'm the
whatever you said.
mentoring coordinator.
Coordinator,
yes.
okay,
That's
coordinator.
fine.
I'm going to get it
Similar
wrong.
titles,
I'm going
don't
to
worry,
get it
don't
wrong, but you are definitely the mentoring space. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, what we work on, as Paulina mentioned, is empowerment, education, employment. Our goals and services are intertwined in the sense that we do try to help them focus on their post-secondary needs.
Yes.
We want them to finish their education, either through certification or a college or university degree, and that's what our services are focused on. And we do this through mentorship.
Okay.
We have mentor volunteers that are kind enough to share their time with us, and then share their work skills, life skills, and know-how directly to the recently arrived refugees. My focus is on 15 to 24-year-olds
Okay.
who are at that stage of either you go to school or you don't. And that's as I'm sure you know, it's somewhat of a tough age. So we try to guide them through it. Empowerment, motivation, and focus, which is somewhat difficult at certain stages of our life, especially for recently arrived refugees.
Sure. And I can imagine even coming to the States and trying to understand that would be quite a shift. But not only that, but this shift in adolescence to
Right.
adulthood, that's all got to be a part of it. That's quite a big task.
You have that and acculturation. It's as you mentioned, it's a big change. Coming from wherever you're coming from, you are already a refugee, and that's a life change.
Mhm.
Plus, you're being an adolescent. That's another life change. And then guidance. Usually, we look to our parents or someone of a certain age who has gone through a certain,
Mhm.
Things throughout their life, and you can look to them and tell them, "Hey, look, what do I do now?" But when your parents don't know either, because they're also new to this culture,
Right.
this country, it may not be easy, and that's where our mentor volunteers can be big help.
Awesome. Awesome. I do want to make a note now that I heard the work that's going on. We are doing some upgrades here at the community newspaper, so don't worry. Nothing bad is happening. They're just preparing us for hurricane season by working on the roof here. So I wanted to make that point of reference. I also want to then touch upon a little bit of what you said, which is um, mentoringship of refugees. Do you also work with children and child welfare in the foster care system or anything like that?
Yes, a program we have our workforce services where we only don't concentrate on refugees, but we serve everyone, especially we target populations that they need extra support. So we are targeting youth that are aging out of the foster care system, maybe youth that are in situation very difficult with housing,
Mhm.
parenting youth that maybe they're struggling, they need support as well. Maybe some youth that maybe they are coming out of the juvenile justice systems and they need also exemplary work or support in our services. So we do have our comprehensive refugee services for the ones that Raul was mentioning, but also we have services for youth that are in need of extra support. Low-income families, we work with maybe some families that need connections with the community, with employment. So that's why we need the mentoring services. Research shows that have a role model in your life, it will make a huge impact. And that's what we're here for, to try to pass that message about the mentoring, how important it is, how important everybody has something to give out.
Yes.
From their own experiences, everyone can learn about it.
Absolutely. And I mentioned that only to say this. That's really cool that you can help many different areas of need, right? And the foster care system is definitely one of those. I actually have some experience with that. I fostered 30 kids in about 33 years through the child welfare system, and adopted 2 of them out of foster care. But in my process of understanding how this all works, yeah, that kids that are aging out of the system really do need a lot of help. And if they don't have a parent that can adopt them, where are they going to go? I think ultimately this is a really good space for them to kind of understand and start the education and trying to be empowered to continue in a direction in their life. So how can we best reach you? I want to get to that, and then we'll get to Jenny next. But how can we best?
Can we have our website that is displayed in the message? We have our website with all the services that we have, the different offices and our contact information. They can look at, and also in social media. But if you go to the website, www.ycoop.org, you can find our information and contact from the offices that we have, the mentoring services, workforce services, employment services that later on we're going to be speaking about. But we welcome the community to partner with us, to help us in this wonderful journey that we have, like you're saying, empowering those that they need that extra support from, and again, I repeat myself, but everyone has something to give and to share with somebody else.
Yeah. So we've touched on the education, empowerment. Now we're going to employment in some sense. Jenny, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the opportunities that the Youth Co-op offers to people in that space?
Yes. Now we are looking for employers to support our program because we have youth that we are helping them to obtain the GED diploma. Also, we work with in-school, and we offer to our clients internship. If for that reason we need employers. And so in this case, you can pay for the internship. We need paid work experience.
Mhm.
So we offer between 160 to 240 hours. So for that reason, it's very important we sign a contract with the employer, and the youth go there. You cover everything, the salary, and we pay $13.88.
$13.88. Okay.
Per hour. Yes.
And so help me understand a little bit of that for our audience here. So if I'm say I'm a business and I want to have some interns, I want to employ people. Do I partner with you? And then there's the financial aspects of that, I'm sure, are outlined in your partnership and all that. But you would try to find youth that could fill those positions for me then? Or how would that work?
Yes, because first we enroll the youth in our program. They, for example, would like to be in the future like a security guard or work in hospitality or in social media. So we have to find employers related with that career pathway. And of course, so like I explained the other day in a meeting with South Dade and Chamber of Commerce, the idea is to do networking and have like a alliance with the employers.
Mhm.
We work together because also we offer other programs to the employers. The name is on the job training. For
Mhm.
example, if an employer needs somebody to be trained,
Mhm.
so the employer in this case is different because the employer has to hire the person,
Mhm.
but you CoOp reimburse the 75% of the salary during the training.
Yes.
In that case, it will depend of the company side. So
Okay.
this is a very two
Company size, yeah.
opportunity. On the job training. If you after the training, if the employer would like to continue with working with the youth, so of course they
Yeah.
can do.
They can do that. Yeah.
And also the paid work experience. We have youth that they did paid work experience, and after the employer hired them.
Awesome.
So
So
yes.
really, it really is a great opportunity for businesses to develop talent, educate them in something that they may be interested in, and if it works out, hire that person on full time. I think a lot of business owners, especially given the current climate we're in with workforce and labor shortages, this is a great opportunity for them to find a good source of people that may be passionate about doing something. Are there certain areas of focus? You mentioned a couple of areas. You said marketing and those types of things. Do you have certain areas that you want employer that you're looking for right now?
Yes, right now we have been participating in different meetings. Yes, we have contact with some employer. This opportunity that South Dade Chamber of Commerce is giving us is amazing. Thank you
Okay,
very much because thanks to South Dade Chamber of Commerce, we find employers.
No worries.
Really.
So talk to me a little bit about that then for the audience, because I know we could all figure it out between the four of us here, but explain it to the audience, the partnership that we have here.
We have different employers in the area of hospitality,
Mhm.
in like I explained you, like in the medicine area,
Okay,
because we
medical.
offer like a medical assistant career pathway also, and others. Depends. The most important thing is that we have to sign a contract with the employer.
Mhm.
If, for example, the employer can tell, hey, you CoOp, hey, Jeannine, I am looking for somebody to help me in social media. So first I had to look with the other counselor to find out if they have a kid,
Mhm.
to try to do the match. The idea is that help to the employer and help to the youth. If we, before that they start the paid work experience, we training to the youth in work readiness.
Mhm.
And also we offer training like customer service.
Awesome.
Because every employer should to like that the employee offer a very good customer service. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, customer service is something I know a lot about. I'm actually born and raised in Nebraska, which is the telecommunications capital of the world. There's a lot of call centers and customer service centers in Nebraska, believe it or not, because of that reason. But definitely appreciate what you have to share there. Is there a constant need for businesses to always come in then? Go ahead.
Ken, I wanted to add what Jeannine was saying is in the workforce services funding source that we receive, the employers, the work sites are our customers.
Okay.
We want to make sure that they receive from us good quality work, and also that you were saying, especially in that right now, the shortage, we have been finding those partnerships to be very valuable for both sides, because the employer can receive the support from the workforce system that we manage the contract, but also the youth has the opportunity to learn hands-on experience about the real world.
Right.
A lot of the youth that we serve, they don't have experience, and sometimes that closes the doors for them. So the workforce services that we manage in Youth CoOp, they have different programs to incentivize the employers to be partnering with us. We have, like Jeannine was saying, we manage the payroll for the pay work experience of those interns. We have on-the-job training with the employer gets reimbursed a percentage of the salary. They don't have to work in about the main concern I have is, do they cover workers' compensation? Yes. Because we work with funding from Title I from the federal government, and they are covered for workers' compensation funding. So they don't have to worry about anything. And in addition to that, they will receive the support of job coaches and employment consultants. that they can work hand in hand to help that youth with any issue, any performance situation that it would need to be addressed. So we work as a team with employers and also with the youth to make sure they have that great experience in the work site, that they can get meaningful. And the ultimate goal is for them to get hired,
Absolutely.
to be the one that they were looking for in the work site, but also the youth to find the job that he was looking or she was looking for. So that's it. And we have different industries. You were asking what industries we're targeting. We have different projects right now in the construction area, hospitality area, information technology area. We want to make sure the students are exposed to those industries of high demand. We work with the state and the federal government with the labor market information. So we want to make sure that we work on those high demand jobs so the students can be permanently successful in those areas.
Okay. And are there other areas? I mean, I can imagine. I work with a lot of different businesses. I'm a business consultant, and I know I could probably inundate you with a lot of folks who are like, I need interns or I need this or that. Are you looking to expand your reach in the different categories? Because I can imagine there are youth that want to do something other than maybe some of the areas.
I think that the beautiful about the South Dade Chamber of Commerce is that they have, like you said, so many businesses that we can learn of the new opportunities that is out there, and also for the youth to learn what else can they do. We do manage a list of target occupations from the state, and those are the ones, but many occupations that are within that. So we don't limit just to some, but we expand to different occupations in our target.
Okay. And for our audience here, then, if they want to actually be a part of that and they aren't, they can just reach out to you via your website then?
Yes, we invite all the employers that they wanted to give this wonderful opportunity to youth that are in the community. They're looking for learning from you. Please contact our website. Again, give us a call. We can give you the information about our program, the contract requirements. The agreement is just to make sure that you learn about our program and the steps that they have to be taken in order for the internship to take place, or the on-the-job training, or any of the mentoring services. We look for employers to be mentors too.
Absolutely.
The students need to learn about the occupations, the opportunities that sometimes they don't have that opportunity, that exposure with the experiences that they have before.
No worries. You stole my thunder a little bit. I was going to go back to Raul and say, this is a great opportunity for mentorship then. So are a lot of your customers, you said your businesses are your customers in the sense that you want to provide them this service. Do you have a lot of crossover there?
Well, yes. And we would like for there to be a bigger crossover, because if anybody's that's watching says, you know what, I do have time that I can volunteer and share. As we mentioned before, this is a volunteer type of situation, so it's not paid. So we have a number of people that in today's day and age, it's just time is just of the essence. There's just no time.
Right.
Nobody has time. Everybody works and they take care of their family and their careers. So if we can find a number of people that can share their time, however little it may be, within a period of time, within a month, whatever it is, they can share it with give it the utmost importance for whatever time that is to our youth, then we need that. We need people to go into their website, reach out to us and say, call Paulina, call me. Hey, Raul, I saw you on, I saw you and you look, it looked interesting. And it's something that I want to share. I want to share my life experiences, my work experiences, because sometimes all you need to do is let them know you can do it.
Right.
I did it.
Absolutely.
You can do it too.
Absolutely. And Raul, I'm gonna show the audience your passion here for what you were saying before we started this live here with the shout out. You were like, you could certainly come and do some of the same things. And given that I'm a business owner and my passion is to help the underprivileged areas of South Dade, this is definitely something I'm going to be considering, obviously, and having this conversation is something I think is important for people to understand, that if we want to do the best to foster the next generation, we have to be willing to step up and mentor people, and educate people, because how is the next generation supposed to learn anything if we hold it all back and we say, oh, this is really what this is about? It's a much better sense of the world. We could see a lot more growth if we look to help each other.
And I'll be honest with you, even for those who don't believe, don't think about that, it is very rewarding. It is very rewarding. And once you share, because that's happened, many of my mentors, volunteers, the first time there's a certain level and amount of nerves. If they do a presentation, sometimes it's a one-on-one situation or a group situation, and the first time they'll tell me, hey, look, I've never done this. I don't know how to go about this. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
As we were before sitting here with you, and you guided us through it.
Yeah.
So I do the same. Look, just stick to what you know.
Right.
Stick to what you know. Be honest, and they'll be with you. And when they finish, they're like, you know what? They asked questions. They were interested in what I do. It feels good. It does. Honestly, it's rewarding.
Absolutely. I can really get a sense. I mean, like I said, as I mentored so many youth in the past, that the rewarding part of it is unexpected in some sense, because the youth really get a sense for what it is that you do, and you see their eyes light up, and you're just like, I need this feeling more in my life, right? So that's certainly something I think people need to be aware of, is that aspect of it is something you won't get anywhere else.
A lot of mentors will say, I didn't know I had this in me. Really? I'm sure you know as a mentor yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I've done a lot of work in that respect. This isn't about me at all. I'm talking about mentorship in the sense that when you mentor people, there is just this urge to want to do it more. And so I really get a sense of that from what you're saying. And I love the synergies here between all three of you when it comes to really supplying that need, and even the needs of employers that they may not think they need. And this mentorship aspect of it is something I definitely see as a need that they don't know they need. So love that. Are there any upcoming events or things that we want the audience to be aware of?
For the audience, we have different activities that we have. Usually at this time, when we pass, we do events for youth that we invite our mentors to come to our graduations. We also have a partnership with one employer in retail. We have a specialized program with the retail in Old Navy. We do have jobs over there. We want to make sure the community knows about that, but also the different opportunities for the internships. We're hoping in the next coming months, depending on the COVID situation, we're going to be planning an event, a graduation, where we're going to recognize the mentors that have been helping us, the students that have been graduating. They need to know that they're recognized as well. Some
Absolutely.
of the students, maybe they don't have that closure to the next moment, which is transitioning to post-secondary education. So we wanted to make sure that the community is there to embrace them, to tell them the moment has arrived. It's the moment for you to shine. And we have been doing those events, but due to the COVID, things have changed. We have been doing some events virtually, but we're hoping in the next coming months, probably in October, hopefully we're going to have one with a partnership with the college. Usually we do in the partnership with the college in Homestead.
Which college? Miami-Dade College?
Miami-Dade College, yes.
Absolutely.
And also we partner with FIU as well in some of the events. We have a good and good relationship with the schools and universities that have been helping us. So we have workshops going on. We have workshops in some of the schools that we wanted to invite the students, or if they know any youth that need life skills training. We have those going on year round as well. Our services are not just the summer. Sometimes they think that we just work on the summer or usually the school year, but our offices do not close. We work 365 days, even
Absolutely.
for the COVID. We didn't close. We were reporting to the work site and making sure our services, because they were considered very necessary, especially during the pandemic, to provide them the support to the youth. It was very difficult to go through that, and we have to be there for the community as well to supporting them.
Well, definitely some warriors here for striving to want to continue to help youth as well as adults in various areas when it comes to growing in this community. And that's something I know for business owners, surviving the pandemic was something that a lot of folks just wanted to do. Can I continue to do business? Can I continue to thrive and go forward? I think you guys have definitely shown that in what you're doing. Is there a way we can donate to the cause? Do you have ways to do that through the website as well?
Absolutely. We are a nonprofit organization, so we survive out of donations, grants, and any partnership, any idea, because we do have special programs with employers. You can contact us. So our CEO or president from the organization will be more than happy to speak with with that organization and employer. Anything that you can help us with, it will be very valuable and truly appreciated. We work with so many customers in the community, and again, our clients are also the employers, so we want to make sure you are happy. Any resources that you would like to share with us, it will be well used in the community.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. And thank you for this time. This has been great to see all of you here and really get a good understanding of the youth co-op. That's the South Dade Shoutout. I'm Ken Ross, and have a great day.